Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Ryan Prosick. A man from Mount Carmel has been arrested following a Saturday night raid. According to Mount Carmel police, Corey Cannon was taken into custody after a variety of firearms and drugs were seized from his residence. Police say the raid occurred on the 200 block of North Chestnut Street around 9:30 p.m. Officers say the search warrant to conduct the raid had been acquired following a year's surveillance and investigation. According to the criminal complaint, the items seized from the residence included 3 illegally owned firearms, 1 pound of fentanyl, 5 pounds of marijuana, 200 grams of crack, 260 grams of methamphetamines, homemade ecstasy and fentanyl pills, and $28,000 in cash. Cannon is facing charges of illegal possession of firearms, intent to deliver a controlled substance, and criminal use of a communication facility, among other related charges. Cannon is currently behind bars of the Northumberland County Prison on $150,000 bail. Crews in Wilkes-Barre responded to a third alarm fire early Monday morning. Firefighters say they were dispatched to Regent Street for a fire on the 3rd floor of a double-block home. Crews say the fire was quickly making its way into the attic, but was extinguished swiftly. The fire was reportedly under control within an hour. Kingston and Hanover firefighters also assisted at the scene. It is unknown if anyone was injured in the fire. PennDOT will be hosting a public meeting on Thursday to discuss the upcoming Interstate 80 Nescopec Creek Bridge project. During the meeting, representatives from PennDOT, Bridging Pennsylvania developers, and Bridging Pennsylvania constructors will introduce the key members of the construction team and provide an update about pre-construction and construction activities and scheduling for the project. The purpose of the project is to replace and widen the bridges to meet current standards, improve traffic flow, and enhance traffic safety. The Luzerne County bridges cross Nescopec Creek in Black Creek Township and carry over 30,000 vehicles per day. Construction is anticipated to begin in spring of 2024. The public meeting will be held at the Nescopec Township office, located at 429 Berwick-Hazelton Highway in Nescopec, beginning at 6 p.m. A man from Monroe County is behind bars after he allegedly attempted to traffic in and promote prostitution with a child. Fred Stevenson is in custody after detectives say Stevenson committed crimes relating to attempted sex with a minor and attempted trafficking of minors. According to court papers, a woman came forward earlier this month saying she had been working as a prostitute when Stevenson asked to have a child to fulfill his fantasy of having sex with the mother and daughter duo. The affidavit says the woman, acting under the advice of police, then introduced Stevenson to her friend Gabby, who was the mother of a 14-year-old girl. After many conversations with Gabby involving performing sexual acts and the exchange of money, Stevenson requested to meet in person on February 22nd, according to investigators. Stevenson was then taken into custody without incident as part of a sting operation. Stevenson is facing multiple charges in connection with the incident, including indecent assault involving minors. 5 people have been arrested by Pennsylvania State Police during the month of February for allegedly attempting to steal from the Hazel Township Walmart. According to troopers, the first incident occurred on February 16th, when a Hazelton woman stole 18 items worth about $70 by underringing the items and hiding them in her purse. Later that evening, another Hazelton woman was arrested for underringing 15 items, valued at around $50. On February 19th, state police say they responded to 3 thefts. The first incident occurred around 4 p.m. when a man from Drums allegedly stole about $160 worth of merchandise. The second theft occurred around 6 p.m. when a West Hazelton woman allegedly stole $350 worth of items. Then the third theft occurred around 10:30 p.m. when a Hazelton woman reportedly stole about $90 worth of household items. State police say each of the thefts were separate and isolated incidents. All of the suspects have been charged through the district court. The Bloomsburg Police Department is asking the public for help in identifying a suspect. Police say the individual shown on screen is a suspect in a reported theft that occurred at 201 West 1st Street in Bloomsburg. Anyone with information regarding the identity of the suspect is asked to contact Bloomsburg Police at 570-784-4155, extension 173. Coming up on WYLN News, a man is arrested following a traffic stop in Bloomsburg. Plus, the bridge over Interstate 476 on Laurel Run Road has been closed until November. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
It's me again, LJ. I'm 9 years old, and tomorrow will be rainy. Get your umbrellas out because it's about to get wet.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A man has been arrested by Bloomsburg police following a traffic stop on Saturday. According to police, Evans Olivo was first pulled over in the area of 301 East 7th Street for suspended registration. Olivo was also found to be in possession of a small amount of marijuana and operating the vehicle with a suspended driver's license. Charges against Olivo are pending at this time. A man is wanted by the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. Stephen LaSalle Jr. is wanted on charges of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, DUI first offense, and DUI highest rated blood alcohol content. LaSalle is known to have ties to the Kunkletown area. If you have any information on his whereabouts, you are asked to contact the Carbon County Sheriff's Office at 570-325-2821. The bridge going over Interstate 476 on Laurel Run Road has been closed until November for replacement. Wilkes-Barre Township Police say the closure has been added to Waze, and a detour will be provided to drivers routing to or through Wilkes-Barre Township. Officials say drivers will still be able to access the Wilkes-Barre Municipal Golf Course throughout the closure. The Wyoming Valley Children's Association is celebrating their 100th year of service in the community. In connection with the anniversary, the Children's Association is hosting their annual Blue and Gold Gala, which will be held on Saturday, March 23rd, and feature fine dining and live music. The organization will also be hosting an online auction starting on Thursday, March 21st, and concluding on the night of the gala. All proceeds from the event will support WVCA programs. If you'd like to attend the gala, you could call 570-714-1246 for tickets. Coming up on Mountaintop's News Choice, we look ahead to NFL free agency for running backs and more on Let's Talk Sports. Plus, supporting autism and families everywhere receives a donation from the Palermo Foundation on this week's Good News Monday. Then we check in with Luzerne County Manager Imelda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. So stay right here because we'll be right back on WYLN TV.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cher's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cher's is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. The Castle Auditorium Community Arts Center will be presenting the United States Air Force Heritage of America Rhythm in Blue Band at the Hazleton Area High School, Friday, March 15th. Doors open at 7, concert starts at 7:30. This event is sponsored by the Pasco L. Shivo Memorial Fund of the Luzerne Foundation and the Hazleton Elks Lodge Number 200. This concert is free, open to the public. Tickets can be picked up at Boscov's and Laurel Ball in Hazleton, and tickets will be available at eventbrite.com, and a limited number of tickets will also be available at the door.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@wylntv.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to a Monday edition of Let's Talk Sports. As promised, we're going to get into some NFL free agency talk with the running back position. There's a lot of big names. But first, we're going to talk some local sports as we have a little preview because the Hazleton area girls Cougars basketball team plays in the sub-regional final tonight against Williamsport. And Hazleton is already District 2 champ, but their ticket to the state tournament hasn't been punched yet, but they could punch it tonight against Williamsport. So I wish them the best of luck in that matchup, and we will recap that tomorrow on Tuesday's edition of Let's Talk Sports. But right now we're going to get into the running backs for the NFL. The free agency class is stacked, as it just came out just a little bit ago that Saquon Barkley would not be receiving the franchise tag from the Giants. So a loaded class gets even stronger. We have names like Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Tony Pollard, Saquon Barkley, DeAndre Swift, and a couple low-key names that we'll talk about in a little bit later on in the segment. But first off, we're going to start with Saquon Barkley, the hometown kid from Penn State. He's played for the Giants his whole career. Obviously, he's had some injury issues, that's for sure, but he's productive when he's on the field, and now he's looking to cash in on a big contract, as running backs only typically get one window to cash in on, as by the time they're 30, teams usually just go in other directions or sign them for minimum amounts of salary. But if I were to make my prediction right now, Saquon Barkley will not be a Giant, and he will be a Houston Texan going to team up with C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins, and company to add to an exciting contender in the AFC. So look for that one. He's going to command a lot of money, but the Texans have a rookie quarterback that's on a rookie contract and they have a lot of cash, so they could get it done. We also have Josh Jacobs from the Las Vegas Raiders. Obviously, they tagged him 2 years ago, and he got a big year in his final fifth year of his rookie contract. They declined the fifth-year option, but he played out the fifth year on a tag because I guess it was a little cheaper, and he did great. And this past year wasn't the best, but the Raiders were in shambles for half the season with Jimmy G, and that's looking back on that one. Just brought some memories to early season Raiders, as it was just utterly terrible until they went to Antonio Pierce and Aiden O'Connell, and then the team started to shift around. But I think Josh Jacobs will stay in Las Vegas. They need a lot of offensive talent. Devontae Adams might leave, and then you're stuck with Hunter Renfrow as one of your top receiving options. It's just not something you should do. I mean, Jacoby Myers is great as well, and he'll probably be stepping into the number one role, but Still, you need some talent on offense for whatever young quarterback or old you may get. I think they're going to be in the veteran market opposed to the rookie market, as I don't think they'll be able to trade up for J.J. McCarthy. We also have Tony Pollard, who had a disappointing season in Dallas after everyone was excited about him getting a full-time role with Zeke leaving. I think Zeke actually played better for the Patriots this past season, so Tony Pollard's looking for a bounce-back year, so I think he's going to go on a one-year deal. I think he's going to stay in Dallas. I'm really iffy about this one. He could leave to some place like Baltimore, but that's where I have the king, Derrick Henry, going. He's going to Baltimore. They really need a running back. Both of their starters are free agents. J.K. Dobbins, who's had terrible injury luck, and Gus Edwards, who is a crazy touchdown scorer. They're both free agents, and I think King Henry will want to team up with Lamar Jackson for a chance at a ring that he hasn't had in Tennessee. I mean, they had some successful playoff runs, but nothing too serious threatening a Super Bowl. So I think Derrick Henry goes there for his last 1 or 2 years. He signs a one-year deal, and then maybe he'll get an extension. I think Baltimore will also draft a guy. So I think Derrick Henry is the big mover right now, along with Saquon. I think Tony Pollard and Josh Jacobs stay. And Austin Eckler, I think he's on the move as well. Greg Roman doesn't really like him from the interviews that I've been seeing. They don't want to pay him what he thinks he's worth. But I think Austin Eckler is on the downhill. It hurts to say it because he's been so good in fantasy for all these years, but he is on the downhill slope for NFL, and I think he's going to go to a team like maybe the Chiefs on a one-year deal, or maybe the Giants to replace some of that Saquon Barkley production, or Houston if they miss out on Saquon altogether. We also have DeAndre Swift. I think he stays in Philly on a relatively cheap deal. I think he likes this city, and I'm struggling where else to put him at this point. He's really productive when he's on the field and when he's in the right scheme, but he's shown some injury concerns over the past few years. We also have a couple to round out. We have Zach Moss, who I think is going to be a Charger. He was really productive when Jonathan Taylor was out this past season, so I think he's going to land in LA for the Chargers. And then we have J.K. Dobbins, I think might be back with the Ravens. I still think they could draft someone as well. Just terrible injury luck, but he'll go somewhere on a one-year prove-it deal. And then we have A.J. Dillon, who I'm struggling to place a spot for him to. Maybe Dallas as a short yardage back. I could see that one happening, especially if they don't retain Tony Pollard. But that does it for this edition of Let's Talk Sports. We're going to recap wide receivers, which that market just got a little more shallow with T. Higgins getting the franchise tag. But that does it for this edition of Let's Talk Sports. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Have a good one.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
Hi everybody. This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, my old mentor Cy Fulton's going to join me to talk about, can this laser help his right shoulder? He thinks he could make 10 out of 10 foul shots. Let's see if he could.
Heart to Heart Foundation has made a donation to the Supporting Autism in Families Everywhere, or SAFE organization. Members of the Palermo Foundation presented a check to SAFE at the Dementi's Restaurant Ice Bar in West Hazelton, which recently opened in January. We spoke with Michael Joseph from the Palermo Foundation about their donation.
Our foundation is really proud to support SAFE and the endeavors that they have opened up here in the Hazelton area. The Gans family and our foundation have, worked side by side every year for the last several years as we run our golf tournament on their property down at Whitetail. So we couldn't be more proud to, to make a donation to help what they're doing for young people in the area.
The Palermo Foundation is known to help those who are struggling with serious illnesses or disorders. They're volunteers and committee members who give their time, donations, and talents to make an impact in the community. SAFE Board Treasurer Celeste Samick also spoke with us about the contribution to their organization.
Probably in 1995, Pat Gans and her husband and George Shady started this organization, and we've been serving the autistic community since then. We serve children, we serve adults, we do social work, we do programs, we do art classes and music classes. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. So we very, very much appreciate the donation from the Palermo Foundation today.
Joseph says that the strong connection between SAFE and the Palermo Foundation also extends to the rest of the community.
There's actually a great connection between the McDonald Foundation, the people that own Dementi's, and we wanted to support the Ice Bar as well by having our picture taken out here. But the Gans family, the McDonald Foundation, and the Palermo Foundation have, had a really strong connection over the last several decades in the community.
Dementi's Ice Bar will remain open from now until March 19th, with proceeds going to the SAFE organization.
Welcome back to Crocomo's Canada Report. I'm here with Romilda. Romilda, how's it going?
It's going really well.
We have a lot to talk about today. You had a big morning yesterday, and we just want to talk about it. Rockin' the Mountain.
Rockin' the Mountain. I want to talk about that. It was a really great press conference and release of information. As everyone knows, the county has had a series called Rockin' the River. It was started by my predecessor, Dave Pedri. He had a vision of using the River Commons in Wilkes-Barre as a venue to bring in music groups, and it's been such a success. Visit Luzerne County, Alan Stout has been in charge of that for years, and when I first became the county manager in May, I met with Alan and I said, Alan, we need to have a concert in Hazelton. And all I thought about was one concert. And Alan Stout, myself, and Jennifer Pecora met with Mayor Cassette. And the mayor was like, just one? So it boomed and evolved into 3 concerts. And the first concert is Friday, June 21st. And it's Philadelphia Freedom, a tribute to Elton John. And our opening act is 6 Shots. We have local opening acts.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the next week, Friday, June 28th, is an evening with Stevie. It's a tribute to Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac with an opening act of Leanne and Company. And then Friday, July 5th, Danny V's 52nd Street Band, which is a tribute to Billy Joel, with an opening act of Ostrich Hat. These concerts are free. There will be food trucks there. And then in July, we will have the series in Wilkes-Barre. So I'm really excited about it. It'll be a wonderful event for the southern part of the county, and especially Hazleton. Music is a way to share enjoyment and laughter with friends and family, and it's something that we all should look forward to.
It's going to be an awesome experience because not only it's music that everybody knows. Billy Joel, Elton John, we all grew up in some capacity with these guys, singing, and then we also have the local music infusion with it as well. So you're going to get a taste of local music who are probably playing some of the hits that you know from today,
Right.
and then music from the past as well. So it's a great fusion, and we encourage you to get out and go and support local artists and, listen to some really great music and have some really great food, because I know last year they did the summer concert series in Hazleton, but this sounds like it's taking that to the next level.
Yeah, we're ratcheting it up a notch.
Yep, that's always a good thing. You always want to keep raising the bar higher and higher, no matter what you do. And speaking of that, you're raising the bar. You have a county address coming up next Tuesday.
I do. I have my State of the County address, which I will be presenting to County Council on Tuesday. It will be in the work session, which takes place right after the voting session. So hopefully WYLN will be there. If not, you can...
I think we will be.
Okay.
I could say that.
All right. It will highlight a number of programs and projects that we've been undertaking for the last year. It will also address some of our future plans and some of our challenges that the county faces.
Yep, and it's really important to, even if you can't make it out, look at a recap, whether it be from us or, on a social media site for the county or an email. So there's a lot of ways you could absorb information. And how can people attend if they want to attend? They just need to show up?
You can show up. It's at the courthouse in the county council meeting room, which is on the first floor of the courthouse. There's a YouTube simultaneous broadcast, and then we have Zoom as well.
Very important because, I was talking with State Representative Dan Watra, who you're going to do a segment with soon.
I
could leak that a little bit. I'm tossing out a little too much information here, but we talked about the importance of online viewing, and because not a lot of people can make it. The trek up from here to Wilkes-Barre is about half an hour, so maybe some people can't make that drive after work, and they'll still be able to attend and see what's going on in the county.
Absolutely.
So is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I'm excited for this Rockin' the Mountain. I'm excited to give my State of the County address, and hopefully next week we'll talk about elections and what you can do to help us make this election successful.
Looking forward to that one. I hope you guys keep your eyes out for that, as we'll be talking about that next week. But that's all for this edition of Kokomo's County Report. We'll see you next time. And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our YouTube, Facebook, or at our website at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us for a look at the weather.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.